एहसास न्याय का सबके लिए, आकाश न्याय का सबके लिए.
Namaste and a warm welcome to all the viewers and subscribers of the Goa State Legal Services Authority's virtual Juridicare series. Hope all of you are well and taking required precautions to protect yourself from this pandemic. Friends, 1st of December of every year we are celebrating World AIDS Day. Basically, this AIDS Day is celebrated to make the people alert and educated about AIDS. Observance of World AIDS Day has been started by World Health Organization. This day has been celebrated every year with different themes. This year, World AIDS Day 2020 theme is Flexibility and Effectiveness. Today, I have with me Shri Arunendra Pandey, a multidimensional personality. Shri Pandey is popularly also known as Arun Kumar Pandey. Shri Pandey has completed his Masters in Social Work from the Tata Institute of Social Sciences, Mumbai. He is also Bachelor of Law. When we talk about Shri Pandey, we always remember ERS. Yes friends, he is none other than the founder, member and director of ERS since 1997. ERS, as we all know, is an NGO working towards combating human trafficking for commercial sexual exploitation. Ministry of Home Affairs, Government of India had awarded ERS for outstanding work done by it in the field of human trafficking for the year 2011. ERS also possesses honor of having Stree Shakti Puraskar, which is also known as Ahilyabai Holkar Puraskar, by the Ministry of Women and Child Development, Government of India. Besides the above, Shri Pandey is also the former member of Central Advisory Committee to combat trafficking of women and children from commercial sexual exploitation by Ministry of Women and Child Development, Government of India. Today, Shri Pandey will be speaking on the topic sex trafficking and risk of HIV. Now, without taking much time friends, I request Shri Pandey to take over.
Namaskar. On the occasion of World AIDS Day, I am going to speak on the topic sex trafficking and risk to HIV. Is there any relationship between sex trafficking and HIV? Yes, there is. Organizations like us who are working on the issue of sex trafficking have found that girls and women who are victims of sex trafficking are at a higher risk of getting infected. Research have shown that the victims of sex trafficking, those who face physical and sexual violence, they are 10 times at a higher risk. Now, why victims of sex trafficking are at higher risk? For that, we need to understand why sex trafficking. Now, the sex trafficking happens because there is a demand for sexual activity. Now, this demand is created by clients, and as a result, a market is set up which we call it the sex market. Now, because there is a market, because there is a demand, the women and girls, they are lured for commercial sexual activity in the name of marriage, job. Once they are trafficked, they are forced into commercial sexual activities, and when the girls, they refuse to do whatever the pimps, brothel keepers or the clients want them to do, they are caged, they are physically assaulted, they are gang raped till and until they agree to do whatever the pimps, brothel keepers who are benefiting from this market want them to do. Also, they need to satisfy the need of the clients. Usually during our course of our work, we have found that the clients want to have unprotected sex with the victims. The reason behind this is that either they don't have information about HIV, or they feel that the unprotected sex would give them better pleasure. On the other side, we find is that victims of sex trafficking, they don't have information about HIV. This also happens because a large number of the girls who are trafficked, they are minor in age. They have not received information about HIV and AIDS before they have been trafficked. After being trafficked, since they are caged and kept, the organizations who are working on the issue of HIV AIDS, they are unable to reach them and provide them information what is HIV, how they need to protect themselves, how they need to negotiate with the client that they should use condoms while having commercial sexual activity. The second point is important is that it is the client who is the decision maker. The client is Bhagwan because he is the person who pays money. Usually, as I said, is that the client doesn't want to use condom, and as a result, most of the time, the sexual activity happens without using condom and creating a risk for the victim to get infected. The other important point is that the victim doesn't have freedom to consent. What is meant is that she can't decide which client should she be taking and should she not be taking. She doesn't decide, okay, with the client what kind of sexual activity will happen. It all is decided by the client and the market. The client is ready to pay more for having commercial sexual activity without using condoms. And here we find is that this creates risk for the girl to get infected. The other important point is that the victims of sex trafficking, since they are caged, even if they have information that not using condom would cause a risk to HIV and which is risk to life, but since they are caged, they are unable to reach out to government agency, to criminal justice system and seek help for intervention to ensure that they are not forced to have unprotected sex. I will like to end by saying is that this fight against HIV AIDS have to be fought together. The organization working on sex trafficking, the organization working on health issues have to come together. We need to formulate strategies how we can reach out to these women and educate. We need to understand is that till and until there is a market of flesh trade, till and until the victims, the girls and women are being trafficked and forced to commercial sexual activity, there would be risk for girls to get infected. We need to take steps in reaching out to these girls, to rescue these girls and to rehabilitate these girls. It is only then we will be able to control HIV in India. Thank you. Namaskar.
On behalf of the Goa State Legal Services Authority, it is my immense pleasure to express a deep gratitude to our today's speaker, Shri Pandey, for enlightening and educating us on the topic sex trafficking and risk of HIV. Thank you, sir, once again. Friends, I request all of you to kindly like, share and subscribe to this channel and also hit the bell icon so that all our notifications of the coming vlogs you will get. Thank you.
राष्ट्रीय न्यायिक सेवा प्राधिकरण
न्यायालयातल्या कारवाई खातीर बरो वकील मेळून दिता.
वेळार योग्य कायदा खालची मदत आणि सल्लो दिता.
लोक अदालत द्वारा चढ काळच्या केसीक बेगीन सोपयता.
आणि ते बी सामके मोफत.
राष्ट्रीय न्यायिक सेवा प्राधिकरण बेस बरो न्याय बेस बरो समाज.
अधिक माहिती खातीर लागच्या न्यायालयातल्या न्यायिक सेवा प्राधिकरण कार्यालया लागीं संपर्क करा
वा टोल फ्री नंबर 1510 चेर फोन करा.